Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Chechnya. We have World War III going off around us. We are currently switching our government over to hopefully be able to grab neo-imperialism after we get our political power up for 7 months. And then from there, we're going to be trying to switch to a government type that will allow us to declare war on however you say this. Abracadabra. I'm sorry. Like Abkhazia? However you say that is our target. That is the only place in range that we're realistically going to be able to take. So, otherwise, we also probably should declare war on Russia if we can get some more units made and start moving into some of these territories we want to actually grab at some point and pray that we get enough victory points to do something. Actually win. But that's the plan. We're just short on a ton of political power. So we'll see how everything plays out. I think it failed. Then we have 4 years for our next election. That's This looks like we're getting a daily change. It's actually going up occasionally. Whereas Western Outlook seems like it's taking advantage of whatever we've done. Doesn't look great. Alright, so the US is moving in. It'd be great if I could declare war. What a wonderful time I would have. But it looks like NATO's gonna make moves into Russia first. Hmm. How disappointing. Okay, so we got the construction done. We've got all that research going. Go ahead and get fuel processing. Money's gonna be a problem. Hmm. Alright. Early just waiting on the clock right now. Can't do anything to join World War III, even though it's a great opportunity. Um, but I'm pretty sure this is all gonna get split up, it looks like, into a bunch of different Western aligned territories, which means we may actually get some advantage out of this, other than them possibly being subjects of NATO. It's not great. Yeah. Don't really want NATO around me. Oh, that's sad that this was at war with NATO. South Ossetia. Um, Gotta be very unfortunate situation. Don't see. Yeah, no one has any crazy amounts of influence over us. Be nice if I could raise business taxes, but can't deal with that right now. Um, Guess we have finished some of the rail lines already. Oh yeah. Okay, so our productivity growth should be going even higher, faster. Is Yeah, the US is just absolutely crushing it. That bodes well. Is the Ukraine not in the war? It's very weird. Indonesia and Australia are going to war? What is happening in this game? That's super interesting. I've never actually seen Australia make expansion happen. Usually pretty content growing within their continent. Is that a push by Russia? Oh, that is. Look at that. Somehow broke through on Volgograd. Or Volgorod. And now they're encircled and gonna pinched off somehow. That's rough. I love that they just have like one unit here is what it looks like. That's wild. Yeah. Ukraine is not called into the war. Turkey might be split up. Cyprus is still split up. That'd be an interesting one to play, Cyprus. I, I wonder if they're taking Siberia at all. No. I would expect some sort of invasion to split this into multiple fronts. Um, as far as I'm aware, to get enough victory points to take out Russia, they're gonna have to get like somewhere over here. I would think. And this looks like it may just kind of like stall out. if they're gonna have one front until there's a naval invasion over here. I don't see any sea battles, but again, I don't have any kind of intel in that area or region of the world. Well, go figure I would be surrounded by the US. Kind of not too advantageous of a position. And invest roads for 7 billion basically. So all my debt would be one road. And one road next to me is 6% return over the year. Isn't a lot of money. Definitely is some. It's not a lot. Yeah, so they opened two fronts against Russia. Coming from the Black Sea. And then from the north. From the Atlantic side. If they can close off this section here where all the nuclear silos are for Russia, that'd be kind of beneficial for them. But who knows what they'll do. We're already at 4 railroads. Got modern computing done. Less than 3 years of research. And I would be able to get this done. Well, a year, probably a year and a half before I would normally be able to research it. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get power reductions going. Our growth rate's almost 6% or 6 flat. We're looking on people. 4K a month somehow. That's good. We need anti-tank guided missiles. Guess we are gonna finish some of these productivity bonuses. Oh, that's the 7% workforce reduction. That's a huge one. I wonder how bad, like, big a change that's gonna be. We're about to find out. Migrant slums. Actually, not against nationalists growing here. We're gonna go ahead and break it up. I don't want the emerging to gain more support. And then I'm gonna go ahead and... No, I'll wait 150 days. I'm just gonna wait. 5% workforce reduction. Oh, look at that. We passed the cap. Go ahead and get that lab equipment. That was huge. This is basically 2 years. We'll have 5G, and 5G is something we need to build. So that's actually worth getting. This is 1 year. I don't have anything making this. Or getting this research. I was looking at it and I was like, oh. That would have been better than fuel. Okay, yeah, so if you want to see, let's check out what that did for our workforce. Nearly got us up to 75% civilian factory fulfillment all in one go. That's huge. It's interesting that workforce actually directly affects GDP. But I mean, I guess it makes sense if your buildings are more productive. So that goes to the whole unemployment employment thing. Supposedly, Kadyrov has a political power bonus. I guess we're seeing that, but I feel like I think that I'm gonna have to look at the recordings, but I'm pretty sure that's where we were at anyway. Maybe even less. Probably due to the ideological change that happened, but who knows? Oh, there's a naval battle. Oh, a third front. I was not expecting this. I guess the war is going poorly for the Russians here. Yeah, it's about 100,000 more casualties lost on the Russian side. And Russia's not even halfway to capitulating. So, yep, they've got to get pretty much to here, I would think. All this ground. But who knows? We shall not concern ourselves with the fights of giants, for it is pointless. Didn't mean to click that. It's actually going to hover over this. Curious how close we were to 6 of railroad level in growth. And we are getting money. Not a lot. The question is, do we... No, I'm not going to do it until we do the war. I'll stick to my guns on that one. Because we are going to... We're just going to be way short on political power to make significant changes. That's... Increases military spending. Doesn't give us any sort of increase for political power directly, but it does do foreign influence changes. That is kind of big. Yeah, because basically I'll need 25 billion. So could do that right now. Just kind of check where we're at. Um, right. So if I take 100 billion out, lowers our income quite a bit. So I could take up to 50 billion and be positive. This is doable. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna go ahead and take that loan. We're gonna build the enrichment facility. All right, so we got the power line finished. We're gonna go ahead and keep getting that. Trying to lower our fuel reliance from our civilians completely off of oil. It's a pretty low probability of actually getting this? Yeah, we're gonna lose 25 billion in whatever time frame. So, rough life. We're not even gonna be able to build a power plant yet. And go ahead and Q1, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah, because I think how much political power? It's 817. Or sorry, 810. Oh, oh. Who wants us to stop? Only for 2 years. So we can basically just limited energy use. We're just gonna limit it to do limited energy use for now. We'll be a good little Chechnya. Small. Not really interested in doing anything with America just surrounding us with a land border and not knowing if we'll have like a Russian puppet or a direct piece of territory attached to us. That would be more terrifying. Yeah, the Democratic Party is actually growing far too much. This is not a democracy. We're about halfway to our goal. May 20th. Yeah, we're not going to make that. I might as well trade. Going to go ahead and trade with the US. Maybe this will boost their opinion. But I do need fuel. Looks like gonna take less than less than 3 months. A little over 2 months to get full fuel. So that's cool. We'll have our fuel recovered by the time we get our next researches. That's kind of crazy. Oh, I guess I'll get another slab before then, so never mind. Right? Yeah, we do have a... Then in 90 days, we'll have the enrichment facility, possibly. I don't know if that's guaranteed or not. Oh, we're out of time. Thanks for watching. I'll catch everyone on the next episode. We should be able to switch our government over, hopefully, barring any events. Thanks again.